Hey everyone, I'm Steve McDonald. I'm president of the Practical Social Media University, and I'm so glad that you're here today. I can see all of you starting to stream in. Well, let me just tell you a little bit about what you're in store for here today. Not only are we going to show you how you can get 20 plus all new lead conversations starting in your business, where those conversations are not only happening automatically, but they're happening inside Facebook Messenger. All right, this is where you're going to have one-on-one dialogue with all kinds of new leads for your business. Now, we're also going to show you how you can shortcut the entire getting to know process. You know how lengthy it can be just building the relationships so that you can make recommendations and they can take steps forward with you and your business. But what I'd like to do is just look over here and welcome a few of you into the training today. Arun, Sunitha, Ravi, BG, let me skip around a bit here, Muhammad, Princey, Tushar, Vishal, Vijay, thank you so much for spending your time here with us today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how the time that you have to spend on the business, how you can focus that, get the most done with the fewest amount of things that you need to do. We're going to take the entire world of online marketing and the new tools, like the new tools that Facebook has just put together, their lead conversation tools, and we're going to marry it up with some of the fundamentals of marketing and show you how you can get this kind of a lead flow happening for your business. What I want to do, though, is it's always good to make sure that the sound is going well and everybody can hear me. So if you could go back over into the chat box and just say, hey, Steve, I can hear you, sounds clear, whatever you want to say there, all right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch right into case studies. I'm going to show you some very detailed examples of how others throughout the industry, and we've worked with over 8,000 direct sellers and network marketers over the last 10 years. So what I want you to know is everything that you're going to hear today has been put to the online streets and time tested many, many times over, gotten feedback, and it's all in our training. So there's no better time than right now to literally be here and learning the latest and greatest things that you can do for your business, including the new Facebook tools and the things that we're going to be talking about in terms of getting all those automated conversations and shortcutting the whole get-to-know process. Well, we go over here and see what you're saying. Syed, yep, can hear you. Skip around here. Abhishek, yes, I can hear you fine. Kushal, I can too. Suresh, I can hear you fine. Princey, Dulari, Faiz, I can hear you. Okay, great. We're ready to get started. Now let me start out with a bang. Are you ready for this? Bye-bye Facebook friend requests. This is the big deal. Remember, I just said a minute ago that we're going to help you get automated conversations, one-on-one conversations happening inside Facebook Messenger. But you're going to do it without ever sending a friend request. In fact, from your Facebook business page, here's what you can do. Any post that you put up on your Facebook page, whether you boost it or not, anybody that comments on that post, guess what? You can automatically send them a message directly from your page into Facebook Messenger. And people open those up. I've proven it. All our members of the university have proven it between 85 to 90% of the time. So this far exceeds email in terms of you send a message out and are people going to open it up? When they open it up and they interact with it in any way, guess what happens? They become a subscriber of your Facebook page, and you can now message them one-on-one anytime that you want. In fact, you could message all your subscribers or just a portion of them anytime that you want. So I'm going to start by showing you some very detailed examples of how easy this is to do. But I want to make a promise first. Everything I'm going to show you here is newbie friendly. You can start it from scratch. So I don't want anybody on overwhelm that I don't have the technical background or I don't have a big list. I don't have a lot of leads. I don't have a big social media following. I don't want you to worry about any of that. You can start this from scratch. Now, so no problem, but what I want to do is say there's also no problem because you're not going to run into those awkward situations anymore. Remember where you approach people out in life, whether you're at the grocery store or church or wherever, and they're wondering who you are, why you're talking to them, and you're trying to break the ice and, establish some rapport and a relationship, and it's just not always easy to do, right? Well, these leads are going to come to you. So not only do you have none of that awkwardness, but the dynamic is flipped around because they approached you. So there's no reason why you're talking to them that you have to manufacture because they approached you first. So the right leads coming to you automatically inside one-on-one conversations. And here's the thing. A high quality lead, what's one of the major characteristics of a high quality lead? Well, that you have the ability to message with them one-on-one. So that's not always the case. Lots of times you get leads, right? Even if you're at a show or something like that, you get even a phone number and you call and you leave a message, you never hear from them again, okay? These leads are not only coming to you, but they're opening up your message at 85 to 90% of the time and interacting with you. So let me just start in and I'm going to start showing you some examples here, okay? This is a woman, Mary. She's a member of the university, been in the industry a long time. Mary, this is just a simple post that she put up on her Facebook page. And you've seen posts before where it's a simple question to get people to put answers that are simple answers down into the comments. Now, every time somebody places a comment there, you can send somebody a message. So Mary is a diabetic woman. And she reaches out to other diabetic women who are just like her because they look at her and they say, you get my crazy life. They look at her as an insider. The relationship building process, the lead follow-up conversion process works so much greater. And when you're doing things online, you can pinpoint people who are just like you, get all those benefits, and they're hundreds and hundreds of thousands strong. So she put this up on her page, Wishful Thinking Wednesday. If you could choose one food to make it completely carb and calorie free, what food would you choose? Let's drink together and I'll send you the link to my diabetic-friendly crockpot cookbook. Now look at this, 118 comments. Do you see that? That's 118 different messages that she sent directly into Facebook Messenger of everybody who commented there. Look at the comments. Chocolate, crusty Italian bread, blackberry cobbler, cake. Now she created one message that had context of who she was talking to, her page, in this particular post. She did it one time in advance, and it goes out every single time. And look at the kind of reactions, 81 different reactions, right? Because you're sharing something that's relative to the people that you're talking to, your perfect customer niche, your avatar. Now, this is the message. There's a place we show you in the university. It's so easy to do this. You just go type it in. If you can do a Word document, you can do this. Hey, first name. Facebook knows everybody's first name, so it's very, very easy to personalize these. Wouldn't it be nice if we could pick and choose which foods have carbs on which days? I know it's hard to please the carb lovers in our lives while keeping our numbers in check. So here's the link to get my free diabetic-friendly crockpot cookbook, and you click on that link. You've interacted with the message. You're now a subscriber. Mary can message you one-on-one or in bulk, all her subscribers, anytime that she wants. So this is a back and forth on Messenger that Mary and I were having. I got 71 subscribers from that campaign. So she sent 118 different messages, right? Those 118 comments. Of those 118 people, 71 opened it up and interacted. That's a huge percentage. That's 71 new subscribers, 71 new one-on-one conversations with her perfect customer avatar that she added value to because she not only had fun, but she sent them a link to her cookbook for diabetics. Now, she boosted that post for $25. So if you divide 71 into $25, that's 35 cents a lead already in a one-on-one conversation. These are low dollar amounts to have a constant flow of new leads coming into you. Here's another example. So this woman's name is Monica. She lives out in the country on a farm. So she reaches out to other women, moms like her. She calls it the Country Girls Sisterhood. Now she got 61 all-new one-on-one lead conversations started in a single weekend for US 22 cents each, all from a single Facebook post. Now here's her post. Play along with us and type a smell in the comments. Please like my page. So here's the instructions. Name a smell that a country girl likes, but other people would think stinks. Okay? Country girls, people live on farms, right? So look at this, 433 comments. Now, she did a series of 3 $15 boosts because it was just going so well. She kept boosting it and she kept boosting it. It got up to over 500 comments, 203 reactions. Look at that, 96 shares. And people are putting down into the comments, WD-40, fresh cut hay. Now, here's some more. The barn, the horses, fresh cut hay, cow poo. Remember, it's the smell that country girls like that other people would think stinks. Cow poop. And see where it says page responded privately? Well, that's where she, in advance, set up a message that went out to over 500 people. She got a message directly into the inbox of over 500, not only just people in general, people that she targeted with her boosted post, her country girl sisterhood. Okay, so I hope you're seeing big, big possibilities here. Now, one of those commenters was a woman named Alberta. And this is in the blue there, the message that Monica sent. Hey, Alberta, thanks for commenting. Horses and all kinds of animal poop, one hands down on smells that we country girls love. But there are so many other great ones. Should I do a favorite food or a favorite horse color next? So she's trying to get people to interact with that message, right? Because as soon as they interact with it, they become a subscriber and she could message them anytime she wants. So she asked a question. Now, Alberta replied, down below is her reply, I do the horse color, although I only own brown horses, but I'm more of a cattle girl. I love my cows more than any other farm animals. So when Alberta replied, she interacted with that message. And guess what? She became a subscriber. Now Mary can message her anytime that she wants. And she's already in an automated conversation because Monica or Mary, they didn't have to be on Facebook in order to get this done, right? Those conversations, that message went out automatically. So you don't know what time of day that people are going to see your boosted post in their news feed, right? But when's the right time to start the conversation? Yeah, when they saw your post in the newsfeed, they stopped, they read it, they liked it, and they commented, they interacted, and now they're dialoguing back and forth with you. So here's what's great about this. You can set up a series of automated messages, or at any point in time after the first message, you can just decide, I'm going to now carry the conversation on manually, right? The important part, though, is you started the automatic one-on-one conversation with people that you handpicked that are just like you, that you could carry on a conversation till the cows come home. My wife is a homeschool mom, and she's a Christian. So she could talk to other Christian homeschool moms all day long. That's the beauty of reaching out to hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people that are just like you and getting a flow of those people into these one-on-one conversations through simple posts like this, right? Because the dialogue, their interaction with you skyrockets, and it's not awkward at all. Okay, so she did, Monica, after Alberta, I'll go back to that, responded, Monica had a second automated email that went out. Now, this was to a woman, Carrie. I would love for you to join our group. She has a free Facebook group, a private Facebook group that's free, Country Girl Sisterhood. The group is all about support, motivation, and staying strong and healthy in order to continue to live the life we love. Click on the button below and then click like on my page, Country Girl Sisterhood. So what's important and why I'm showing these to you, not only are they wildly successful at getting new leads into your business, but each of them has thought through what is the call to action, what's the offer, what's the next step that I want these people to take with me in my business. And doing something free and low risk is a great way. It's a marketing fundamental, free download like Mary's Crockpot Cookbook, or a free group, right, that's just for the Country Girl Sisterhood. Now, I said, oh, that's right. Wow, 61 new subscribers. And if she spent $15 on her first boosted post to get those, that's 22 cents US each. It is just pennies on the US dollar. It's just exactly, that is great. Now, she went on in this back and forth on Facebook Messenger I was having with Monica, and she said it was really easy to set up the auto responses. I actually had Steve's video from Practical Social Media University running as I was setting it up. I just paused the video and did each step. So here's another example. This is Raquel. Now, Raquel is the mother of an autistic child. She reaches out to other moms that have autistic children. And she put up a simple post that just asked them to comment down below, and you can comment with that little button that says GIF with a GIF, an animated image. She said, pick an animated image that really portrays what you feel like and the kind of coping skills that you need to be a mom of an autistic child. Now, she spent $4.84 US, very low amount of US dollars or rupees, right? And she stopped the ad after, I think, 2.5 hours because she was getting so many new one-on-one conversations started. She got 21 new subscribers. That happened in 2.5 hours, and boom, she turned it off. And she said before on her Facebook page, even though she had over 1,600 fans, she would post out and get crickets, meaning nothing, no response, no engagement, right? How many of you have had that happen to you before? Well, when you start putting together posts that are specifically for your target and you boost it directly to them, and they're easy, fun, entertaining, informative posts with simple questions and simple answers, this is the kind of interaction that you can get. And here's Melissa. Now, Melissa, she said, I created my first post, boosted it, and attached the message bot. What's a message bot? A message bot is a chat bot. That's what Facebook calls it. And it's just their technology that allows you to do the kinds of things that we're talking about here. No big deal. Remember, you don't have to know anything about the technology, just what it can do for you, all right? Now, I said, did you do all of this morning? She said, yes, I did. It was just super easy. Now, does this sound easy enough? If it does, go to the chatbot over there. Let me know. Let's start interacting, okay? Tell me, does this sound like something that you can do? Does it sound like it's something easy? Because all we're asking you to do is put a simple Facebook post up that has a simple question that people answer in the comments down below. And when you have a group, your perfect customer avatar that you're reaching out to, it's easy to create questions and interaction based on your knowledge of them and you guys and your crazy life that you guys lead, right? So let me do this. Let me go over it and let me just check and see what you guys are saying here, okay? Rupi, yep. Faiza, yes. Nishant, yes. Tamasi, yes. Unadi, yes. Saban, Tanvi, skipping around here. Sunitha, Bala, yes. Suresh, yes. Okay, good. I'm glad because if you can put up a Facebook post on your personal profile or your Facebook page, just do it in the right way with the right plan. And guess what? You can have this kind of lead flow coming into your business too. So this is the first of 4 magnetic conversation starting ideas. I've got 3 other ways that you're going to start these automated one-on-one lead conversations. So stay tuned because there's a lot more coming up. But you have to have a plan. Remember back to my promise, and I said, I'm going to help you do these things, newbie friendly, start from scratch. But there's a plan that you need to follow, all right? And that plan is based on sound marketing fundamentals, marketing 101 concept that you would go into a library, any new business book, starting a business, starting marketing campaigns. They're going to tell you these kinds of things. And we've already nodded at one, which was have a perfect customer niche, a focus, a customer avatar group that you're going after. Now, I said earlier, I've worked with over 8,000 direct sellers and network marketers. So all the recommendations that we're putting in here have been recommended, used, put to the online streets, and given us feedback so many times I can't even imagine. So there's no better time than right now for you to be learning this plan because it's also going to incorporate Facebook Messenger marketing. These are these new conversation starting tools that Facebook has just come out with. You got the latest and the greatest. You got the marketing fundamentals. You've got feedback from thousands and thousands of others in the industry, all pouring into this plan so that you can have the things that we're going to be talking about here. 4 must-have action steps in this plan. I'm going to lay them all out for you. And the 4 fastest ways to start Facebook conversations and get into these automated one-on-one conversations, all right? So this plan has those auto one-on-one conversations, custom leads from the perfect customer group, the niche market that you're going to define for your business with low-cost Facebook ads. And we're going to show you ways that you can test for just $1 or $2 a day, US dollar. Leads coming to you. So remember, that just changes that whole dynamic. You're not having to go and approach somebody and strike up a conversation with a stranger. These people you handpick because you boost your post out to people who are just like you, and they start interacting with you on Facebook. And then we're going to show you many more ideas like the ones that we've already shown you here, how you give them opportunities to take the next steps with you in the business. So how does that happen? These next steps with you in the business, right? How do you take these leads that are coming in off these Facebook posts and turn them into customers and growing your team? Well, remember when you first started out in the business, you reached out to people you already had a relationship established with. So some level of trust and credibility, your friends and family. Now, some of these people, well, all of these people really had nothing to do with the corporate products and benefits that you can give them, right? The relationship was started somewhere else on other reasons. And some of those people you hadn't even talked to in a year or 2 years, but you're reaching deep, right? You're making calls, you're doing all kinds of things to reach out to people that you had some kind of level of relationship with. Well, this new stream of leads that are coming in, not only are they fresh, they just happened, right? But they have a pre-established relationship with you based on the fact that they see you as somebody that's an insider just like them, that you get their crazy life. So they bequeath to you a relationship that they feel like they know you, right? All the members of the university that do this, they say there's this kindred spirit, this relationship that starts out right from the beginning. Because like my wife, she said, you know what, I'm a Christian homeschool mom. I could talk to other Christian homeschool moms all day long. The same dynamic happens here. And the same opportunity you had with your original warm market that had nothing to do with the corporate benefits and products, and that's not the reason why they had a relationship with you, you now have that same exact opportunity, but on a never-ending basis. Because you're going to reach out to a pool of people like you that when you do it online, is hundreds and hundreds of thousands strong. So hopefully that helps make kind of the connections here of why this makes so much sense. Now, Melanie, she recently joined the university, and I was talking back and forth with her, and I said, well, Melanie, why did you join? She said, well, we all need to constantly be creating new relationships all the time. And this plan caught my eye as it really shortcuts the whole getting to know process without being salesy, right? Now, that's huge. If you can take out that whole get to know process and you're not trying to sell right away, you're trying to establish the relationship. So there's no awkwardness involved in any of this. So I can then have more opportunities to find more leads, make more sales, and grow my team. So we're talking about creating a whole new funnel of people, right, that you meet from boosting low-cost posts out to tens of thousands of people at a time. Right? That's getting a huge amount of scale in your business. And taking those new leads, and the leads as they come in, they just get to know you, to come down to customer and team member, it gets smaller and smaller. That's the funnel, right? But in the middle, there's that whole get to know process. We're going to shortcut all of that. We're going to eliminate that because they're going to feel like they have a kindred spirit, a relationship with you from the beginning because they're just like you. So if you're not willing to learn, no one can help you. If you are determined to learn, no one can stop you. So I congratulate you for being here today, being here and learning. It's a valuable, valuable opportunity for you in the business. Now, since we're talking about getting people into Facebook Messenger, let me talk a little bit about that. We think of Messenger as just the app where we have this inbox, outbox, right? It's so much more. Did you know you could sell t-shirts inside of Messenger? You could book hotel rooms inside of Messenger? All I want you to know is I want you to expand your mind in terms of what you can do inside of Messenger, like sending those automatic messages. And then the interaction kind of buttons and links and videos and images and things you can put inside of there, kind of like you can do on a website, you know, all the interactions and the tools you can put on a web page. Think about Messenger in that same way now. Now, here's Mark Zuckerberg, right? Founder, CEO of Facebook. And this is at his latest developers conference. And he's going through his 10-year roadmap. Right in the middle, do you see Messenger? Super important for them. Super important for you too. Now look at this. This is monthly active users. It has risen to 1.2 billion monthly active users inside Facebook Messenger. This is where the conversation is starting. Now, if you look also at the top 4 messaging apps, of which Messenger is one, and you compare their monthly active users to the top 4 social networks, the top 4 messaging apps have a larger volume of monthly active users than even the top 4 social networks. So not only is this where the conversation is happening, this is where the volume of the conversation is happening. You need to have a messenger strategy in your business. So we're going to give it to you today here in spades. Now, Mary, I'm going to continue the line of thought of Mary and what she's doing in her business, because I want to show in one business how there's a number of different ways that you can start these one-on-one conversations, okay? And she has over 300 all new monthly leads coming from her diabetic female audience every single month. So if you haven't guessed it already, the first action step, I'm going to have you write these down, okay? The first action step is to get focus in your business. Do not try to be everything to everybody. Pick a perfect customer niche, okay? Because that's going to open up all those new relationship opportunities. You're going to get people interacting with you. You're going to get people trusting you right from the very beginning. Now, I don't want you just to take this from me or Mary or Raquel or Monica, the examples we've been talking about here. This is Inc. magazine out of the US, How to Narrow Your Target Market. Companies that try to be all things to all companies are sure to fail. It's not just for big companies. This is any company that's trying to market themselves. Now, here's Entrepreneur Magazine. Why serve a niche market? A jack of all trades is a master of none. If you're trying to be everything to everybody, you can't do that effectively well for everyone. So that everybody feels like you're personally reaching out and talking to them and helping them. A deep understanding of their customers and their customers' needs and the ability to stay engaged with those customers is a big, big reason why you want to practice niche marketing. Right? Because what you're going to do is you're going to put your business together and serve your customer niche. Now, you might think that seems kind of limiting, Steve, right? I'm going to only go after diabetic women or just music teachers or just other autistic moms, right? Well, here's the thing. That audience is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands strong online, and even in your country, okay? So this is not limiting. This is liberating, because we're going to show you how for just a few dollars get in front of tens of thousands of people at a time, like I said, right, and draw them into your business so that you can have meaningful conversations and shortcut that whole relationship process. Sound pretty good, right? Okay, if you were to go online, go to Google and type in Wikipedia target market, this is what comes up. A well-defined target market is the first element to a marketing strategy. This is foundational in your business, all right? So here is another woman. Her name's Amanda. She's in the university. She's a music teacher by trade, works her business on the side. But she reaches out to other music teachers. And one of her new team members, Shauna, who's a music teacher also, sent this to her in Facebook Messenger. I think the part that really drew me in was that you're a music teacher also. Now, Amanda went on in a conversation with me on Facebook Messenger, and she said, well, before it was this long, arduous process, and I felt gross and salesy like I was scraping to get by. Now I have customers coming to me every month, new recruits joining my team, and a community of super like-minded ladies who get me. This is the kind of downline growth, the kind of customer growth that we want you having in your business. Now, this is from this past year, one of the many, many conventions that were held by corporate, right? And this was a lit poster board that said, define who you are and who you want to serve. From corporate to sound marketing fundamental books you can get at the library, picking a perfect customer niche for your business is not only smart, but is the number one step that you should be doing. Now, remember, it's not limiting, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people. That's who your pool of new customers and team members is going to come from. It's a never-ending opportunity where your market ends quite easily, right? We've all experienced that. All right, here's the second must-have action step. It's about getting scale into your business. Now, I just mentioned one. It's doing things more efficiently and less one-on-one, one too many. Now, the biggest part of that is taking an ad or a post on your Facebook page and boosting it out to your perfect customer avatar, right? Hundreds and hundreds of thousands strong online, and getting in front of tens of thousands of them at a time. That's getting scale. That's one too many. right? Where with your posts, you're going to get those new leads. You have the numbers, the odds are working in your favor. Now, let me also show you a couple of other ways that you can work more efficiently and get more scale into your business. Let me talk about the world of prospecting. Right? If you haven't used the top social networks to pinpoint your perfect customer, when you know who they are, when that's very defined, they're very easy to find online. And when you reach out to them online, because you're somebody like them, they are much more apt to react back, to engage. And then that whole lead, follow-up, and closing process, that whole process gets smoother and easier because they're more apt to interact with you because you're somebody that gets them, that's just like them, right? We can all talk for hours with people that are just like us. That dynamic we bring to the whole marketing process. Now here's Shannon. She's a member of the university. She said, can I just say that this is crazy what an abundance of possibilities and endless people there are to connect with through the different social media platforms. If anyone dares say that they don't have anyone to talk to, well, you might want to just find a different excuse for why you're not succeeding. Just have your blog and your profile set up so that people know what you're about. Now, I'm going to talk a lot later about blogs and profiles because super important to the whole marketing follow-up process. So let me get into the third, a magnetic conversation starting idea. The first one was, right, those simple posts that ask a question and people comment down below and you send them a message. The second one was about prospecting. Here's the third one. I want you to do posts that you boost out that are specific to offers, right? That are all about offers. Okay, so there's these conversation starting offers. Let me get into what I'm talking about. And again, it goes back to the Marketing 101 fundamentals, right? Just like Mary, she had that offer, a download for a free crock-pot cookbook for diabetic women. So there's the message, there's the link to the download right there. So we also talked about with Monica, she offered people to come into her Facebook group. Now Mary, she has free Facebook groups that she offers to her diabetic women audience. It's all about free crockpot recipes, and you make these recipes together in a week-long group. You learn how to do it, right? And she does the same group every single month. So she creates the group once, the interactions, the recipes, the things that they're going to do, and then she just remarkets it to new people every single month. So the whole goal of these free groups is now, remember, she gets 250 leads every single month into these groups. That's her average. So she is doing things one to many, building and enhancing that relationship inside of this free Facebook group. And the whole goal, this doesn't have to be about anything in the business, right? Any of the corporate products or benefits. It's all about a post that gets people right into a group where in scale, on mass, one to many, you are building the relationships, okay? Now, you know, just like your warm audience that started out, they didn't have any relationship with you based on the corporate benefits and products, right? But you can take them down that path. Towards the end of this group, Mary always starts talking about, this is one thing we as diabetic women can do in our lives to take control. Here's another thing. And she starts talking then and introducing the products and introducing the next steps with her in the business, right? But she picked something risk-free, free, right? Low risk for people to get involved to build that relationship and then start the path to other things in her business. Now, here are just, as an example, other things that you could do in free Facebook groups: beauty tips, recipes, fashion tips, clean eating, meal planning, exercising, budgeting, decluttering, or in very niche specific things. Like, we have a woman who's a teacher, and she reaches out to other teachers for her niche. Now she said, I'm going to do a how to stay hydrated during the day group for my teachers. And I said, how does that make any sense for your teachers? She said, you don't get it. She says, during the day, we literally don't have time to go to the bathroom. In between classes, guess what? We're getting barraged by questions from students. We're putting out fires. At lunch, we're making calls, returning emails, all kinds of things like that. So she said, it's very hard to drink water or stay hydrated during the day when you can't go to the bathroom. So I have a whole group that tells teachers, how do you stay hydrated during the day? And she had over 350 people in that group from the very first day. Wow, the very first time she offered that group. Let me give you another example here. This is a woman in the university, direct seller Elizabeth, running my biggest clean eating group ever. So lots of conversations and follow-ups to do. She said, yes, I had a total of 63 people that joined. Yes, all from that one post on her Facebook page that she boosted out. And she said it got 17 shares. She spent $18 over 5 days and got 63 people in her perfect customer niche into a free Facebook group. So I hope this is making a lot of sense. Tell me, can you do this? Go over to the chat. Say, yes, I can do this. This is easy. Whatever you want to say over there. Because what we're laying out here is simple posts that invite people into a low-risk, free opportunity where you can build the relationship on scale 1 to many. So groups are popular on Facebook, right? This isn't something that people are going to think, what is a Facebook group? What's all that about, right? They're just going to look at you as somebody who's like them, is offering something that you can do to help them. That's the whole goal of those groups. Remember, it doesn't have to be about the corporate products or benefits thereof. It's just about building the relationship and doing it very quickly. Boosted post right into group, lasts for 5, 6, 7 days, and you're building relationships and moving them along in the business. Let me go over here and take a look at some of the things that you're saying about this. Oh, I love this. Oh my gosh, where do I start? Arca, I will do it. Skipping around here. Shabir, yes. Tarika, totally. Netta, yes. Hasina, it makes so much sense. Dilmini, this sounds awesome. I had no idea. Well, there's a lot of ideas that we're going to take you through here. So let me just keep going. Here's a woman, Sammy. She's a network marketer in the direct sales industry. She reaches out to people that suffer with PCOS just like her. She spent $27.95 on a boosted post and got 96 people into her free group. Now, I asked her over Messenger, I said, how has the engagement been in this group versus other groups from before? And she said, it's night and day. It's almost funny. And I'm more excited about it. I definitely lost my passion with a lot of groups that flopped. And everyone is so supportive of one another because everyone gets what everyone else is going through. That's the dynamic we want you to have in your business. So let me ask you this. Doing these kinds of things, how many leads do you want to get this next week? 50, 65, 75, 100? Go over to the chat box. Start putting the numbers in. I want to hear from you, right? Because these are things that I guarantee, all the stories that we've talked about here, you could do this in the very first 30 days from deciding to start a plan like this. And we can help you in the university. But I wanted to show you how easy it can be in a number of ways. And I've only gone over some of the magnetic conversation starting ideas. We've got more to even come. But let me do this. Let me go over and check out what you're doing here, what you're putting in. Let me see. Kahini, 50. Suresh, 100. Aditi, 100. Tarika, 100. Princey, 100. Rakesh, 200. Oh, I love it. Gayatri, I think that's how you pronounce it. I'd be happy with 50. Let me skip around here. Lots and lots of numbers. 75 from Vishal. Ooh, 250 I see from Varsha. Tyria, I'm with Rakesh at 200. You got to reach for the stars. Suman, 250. Okay, I can see you guys are seeing the opportunities. You're seeing that you can do this too. By all the numbers that I'm seeing that you're putting into place here. Let me do this. Let's keep moving on, okay? So now you've started these conversations. What can you do? Recreate a warm market of never-ending leads from a pool of hundreds of thousands, right? Sounds good. Recruit more if you're in the party plan part of the business, hostesses, and get more sales. Start to share the business opportunity. You have to help people by joining what you do and what you love to do. You pick customer niches that are not only like you, but in areas that you're passionate about, we all got into this business, right? Because we wanted to help people. We wanted to grow a business. We also wanted to help others. You can help others so much more when you pick a very specific group that's like you, because you can then serve them and cater to, you literally put together an experience of how to use the corporate products and the services and the benefits directed specifically to them. And you're in an authority position because you're just like them. You're an authority by default. Now, you can move leads into customers with paid Facebook groups. So I just started talking about free Facebook groups, right? But now I'm going to show you an example of what Mary did. Remember, I'm going to show you what Mary does in a number of different ways to draw leads and people into her business. But she puts together a Facebook group where you've got to buy a product pack or bundle in order to get into that group. Here's why this makes so much sense. You've got packs, you've got bundles, whatever you call it in your business, right? And when you sell those, you get new customers buying them, you inevitably are telling them and showing them how to use it, right? So what you do is you just take that process and you put it into a group. And you take people through the process of using that pack or that bundle. And Mary calls them her challenge groups. She challenges people to buy the pack and then get into the group, and everybody, all like-minded, all her diabetic audience, right, are going to start using them together, and she's going to show you how to use them, and she answers questions, and people are commenting. You get the whole accountability group dynamic all around your products. Pretty special. Now here's Mary. This is at the bottom of her boosted post on Facebook. So you can see over there, there's a call to action right here. Click here to join the group, or comment below interested for more information. Now look at all these interested. Let me blow that part up. This is where you use the same chatbot from Facebook to create a message in advance and send it to people who commented. Now she asked for a very simple comment, right? Comment below if you're interested. But these are people that are interested in buying a product to get into her group. That was all mentioned up farther in her boosted post. But look at this, 79 comments, 67 shares, 612 reactions, right? This hits the mark because she's reaching out as a diabetic woman to others with a product pack and bundle that has tons of benefits for them. And she's going to say, hey, I'm going to take you through it in a whole 30-day challenge. Now, this actually got way up over 79 comments. I think it got to 125 comments. But see where it says page responded privately? That's that automatic message she created once in advance, sent it to everybody who commented. So she had 120, 125 people that commented interested about buying product. Talk about shortcutting the whole relationship building process and getting people right into the opportunity to be a customer in your business, all from a Facebook post that's out to her perfect customer avatar. But there's still people she never met before. They're just other diabetic women that are online on Facebook. Now, she got out of this in total 92 new leads, 92 one-on-one conversations with people that were interested in buying the product and becoming a part of her group. So do you see how the shortcut the whole relationship building process can really happen in steroids and funnel people, new customers into your business? And from there, you know customers are the best opportunities to get new team members. And inside of these free and paid groups, guess what? Yeah, it's super easy to identify the ones that have really good communication skills, that are interacting, participating, helping others. They make the best new members of your team, right? Okay, so remember, Mary gets 250 free leads into her free Facebook groups every month. And now I said over 300 in total, but this, she got 92 in 1 month additional leads. She gets way more than 300 leads into her business every month. Now, what's a chatbot? Remember, this is the technology that Facebook has created. This is this whole world of Facebook Messenger marketing. It's starting these automated conversations around topics you pick, right? It's your perfect customer niche. You know who they are. You know what your Facebook page then is all about, what your post is all about, your offers are all about. You pick all that. You start these one-on-one messages automatically with better responses, because not only are they going out to people who are just like you, but you're initiating the conversation automatically at the right time. Remember, you don't have to be on Facebook all the time to initiate the one-on-one conversation when they start interacting with your posts. So it's the perfect time. Bye-bye, Facebook friend requests. You don't need that anymore. Now, all of our messenger training, Facebook Messenger training, is up and live in the university right now. I could go through all of this. It would be a hours and hours of training here. What I want to do here is show you the opportunities and let you know they are super easy to take advantage of. Now, here's a third. We had 2 must-have action steps, right? Pick a focus, a perfect customer niche, an avatar for your business, and then get scale into your business. Right? Just doing those low-cost Facebook boosted posts, that gets scale in your business, 1 to many. Doing these groups, 1 to many, right? Now, here's the third one. It's all about the message. So you can have the ideas to do this, but if the messages you put into your posts don't hit the mark, guess what? It's not going to work. So here's the most important part about the message. I want you to write this down. You've heard, I'm sure before, the term emotional selling. We're emotional creatures as humans. We make decisions based on emotion that better our lives and the lives of our families. So here's what Harvard Business Review, right? In Cambridge, Massachusetts, in the States, right? One of the most prestigious colleges here. They say the new science of customer emotions. Most companies fail to align themselves with the emotions that drive their customers' most profitable behaviors. Well, what are your most profitable behaviors? Getting new customers and team members, right? So what are the triggers, the emotional triggers that will get people to make the decisions to become customers and team members of yours? So here's more on this same subject. Nielsen, their TV ratings people, also a worldwide renowned research company. We're ruled by our emotions, and so are the ads we watch. It's no secret that emotions are central to advertising. They're at the heart of the relationship we have with brands. They drive our non-conscious decisions and play a major role in our conscious decisions too. So here's Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I'm sure you heard about this somewhere, school somewhere, right? Every basic human need is on this pyramid. All are based in emotion, except for the very bottom one, physiological needs, food, shelter, and water. But look at this: safety and security, love and belonging, self-esteem, self-actualization. Your brand, and you are your brand, right? It's not corporate. They have a huge opportunity to help you in your business with the products, right? But here's the thing. When you make a recommendation to anybody to take any step closer to you in your business, it's your trust, it's credibility in you that allows them to accept that recommendation, right? So you are the greatest asset in your business. You are the brand, okay? So what I want you to know is your brand belongs on the upper levels of this pyramid somewhere. Safety and security, love and belonging. And let me show you a very specific example. So we could take like what Mary's been doing, and I'm going to show you how she put her emotional triggers into her boosted posts. But does this make good sense to you? Before we start doing that, just go to the chat box, right? Emotional selling, focusing on a specific customer group that will look at you with trust and credibility, getting scale into your business, offering free opportunities, low-risk opportunities for people to take advantage of opportunities to to go one step closer with you in your business, like those free Facebook groups. Just tell me, does this make good sense to you? Let me go over here, and I want to see what you're saying. Lots and lots of great chat responses here. Arun, yes, good sense. Makil, yes. Anamika, makes sense. Let me get down here. Nisha, yes. Juvina, it sure does. I can't wait. Nishant, makes sense to me. Keto, awesomeness. Oh my goodness. So I'm so glad, guys, that you are seeing this and just seeing the major opportunities in the business. Let's do this. Let's keep moving forward here, okay? So here's what Mary did. Let me give you an example of how she puts these emotional triggers into play, into the messages that attracts from the tens of thousands that she boosts it out in front of to get responses happening. She's a diabetic woman, remember? Even my own family doesn't understand. And I said, well, Mary, what do you mean? She said, well, I'm diabetic. My husband's not diabetic. My kids aren't diabetic. They can't possibly understand what it's like to go through every single day as a diabetic woman, worrying about my weight, worrying about what I'm going to eat, worrying about what I'm going to weigh, worrying about how I check my numbers, worrying how I'm taking care of myself and at the same time taking care of my family. They just can't get it. So look what she did. So this is the top of Mary's boosted post. I showed you the bottom was for her challenge group, right? You had to buy a bundle or a pack to be a part of that. Hey, sugar mamas, let's talk. The reality of diabetes is it's overwhelming having to manage blood sugars while handling day-to-day responsibilities, taking care of our families and working every day. Even the people closest to us often don't understand what we go through to manage our numbers and our A1Cs. Even my own family doesn't understand. Do you see how she's woven that in? So here's the thing. You, in your messages, your boosted posts, you need to prove that you're an insider, right? If you were diabetic, you wouldn't have gotten that. You wouldn't have understand that. But she says, my my audience, my customer avatar, they do. So she proved that she was an insider because she got insights that only people inside of her customer avatar would get. You can have insider language and all kinds of things. See, A1Cs, things like that. This is huge in stopping people in the news feeds and reading, getting into your story and what you're talking about so that then you can offer them some kind of an offer, an opportunity, right? And it doesn't feel salesy. Wow. Okay. Let me give you just another example. This is a woman who's a daycare provider, and she reaches out to other daycare providers. Look at this, 780 likes, 96 comments, 232 shares. This was from a post put up on a page she created 2 weeks prior and didn't boost it at all. Let me blow this up and read this to you and be thinking about the emotions and the triggers, right? Here's to you, daycare providers, to you who kisses boo-boos and wipes tears, who cleans butts with flair and catches puke with class, who gives comfort to scared little hearts and drinks pretend tea when it's given to you, who wipes noses 1,000,000 times in one day and reads the same story over and over again, who takes criticism but keeps smiling even though you're hurt, works long hours even though you're tired. Here's to you, daycare providers, who give of yourselves every day and understand you are here to love, provide, and protect. You can't possibly write a message, a post like that, even one that you didn't boost out, that got that kind of engagement, if you're trying to be everything to everybody. Do you see how that can only come from an insider? Do you see how that reaches down and understands on an emotional level what these people go through? Now, here's an example. Insider knowledge plus emotional triggers equals huge engagement. Remember, that post wasn't even boosted, and it was on a brand new page, only 2 weeks old. Here's another example from that same page, daycare providers. Has your daycare ever felt like a war zone? Mine has. This is daycare. Now, you can see that little kid dressed up as a warrior, right? You don't want to, as a parent, think it's a war zone, but I'm sure if you're another daycare provider, you feel like your daycare on a regular basis is a war zone. Now look at this, 787 likes, 127 comments, 205 shares. This was unboosted, but I said, please boost this out. It's working so well. And at this point, she had put a $6 boost, to $6 US towards it. So remember, why serve a niche market? A jack of all trades is a master to none. You got to have that deep understanding to get the kind of engagement, interaction, and people following your lead and your recommendations with your offers to become a part of the business. It's a fundamental to business and marketing. You got to pick that niche and then do the smart marketing 101 things like emotional selling. So here is the fourth must-have action step. Remember, I think it was Shannon before, it was a quote that she said about prospecting. Have your blog and your profile set up so people know what you're all about. Well, years ago, we created a blogging service. And remember, a blog is just like a website. It just has a little bit more capabilities, but it's a site that's up online. And we were talking to other leaders, top sellers throughout the industry. They said, I know our team has to have a site, right? The corporate site, you can't change it up. It's very, very product focused. That's not the first introduction. That's not the way to build the relationship, right? Just to start selling product right away. You do it by getting to know them and proving that you can help them, right? So we created a service, a blogging service for the industry that is super easy to use. No technology background, no coding, anything like that. This is the top of Mary's blog she has on our blogging service. And I'm going to take you through the whole homepage. She customized it in one night. She said, I didn't have to have my husband help or my 16-year-old teenage son at all. I did it all myself. But the goal here is you have to have a home base online that you control 100%. That I call it the lead referral center for your entire business, right? Because all the resources that you have, and then things on there like your blog posts, and you only have to have just a short number to show that you understand this audience. You're credible. This is further reasons to believe in you, okay? So let me do this. let me just show you. I'm going to take you through the whole homepage. Remember, Mary did all this on her own. Uploaded, saved images, changed colors on buttons, linked them some other way. Here's an About Us section, kind of like that on the homepage. Here's simple and easy recipes that she links through to her diabetic audience. Testimonials. Here's her latest blog posts. And by the way, she said, at best, I write a blog post a week, and it takes me about 20-25 minutes. And she said, I think it's been a couple of weeks since I've written one. She said, and I don't think about my blog because I have it all set up. There was another gentleman in the university. He's a police officer, reaches out to other police officers. He said, I haven't changed my blog in over a year, Steve, because all my offers, all my articles, all my resources that I want to link to, here's an example of a resource. Right? When you're reaching out to people, especially a customer avatar group, you can probably count on one hand the objections, the roadblocks to becoming a customer or a team member. And you answer, you address those questions, those roadblocks all the time. And it can take a long time to do it. Answer them well once. Put them up on a video or write them out on a blog post. Put them up on your blog. That is an example of taking huge scale and efficiency in your business, answering everybody's questions really, really well, but only doing it once. And then you just link them over to the blog where they see all kinds of other stuff that proves you are there. You are in business of serving them. Do you see how that really reinforces who you are and your trust and credibility? And it puts up all those resources and those links. That's why we call it the #1 referral center for your business. Now let's do this. You're going to have this service. I'm going to get right back into the training here. It comes live with over 25 pages of content. These top sellers, they said, you know what? We had members of our team that would spend thousands of dollars with a developer, and they would have to supply all the content with this long, arduous process, and they didn't really like what they ended up with in the end. It was a custom-built site, so they didn't know how to update it on their own. They always had to go through the developer. It continued to keep them costing money. Or they went the low cost route, and they got a site up, but it was a bunch of white blank pages, and they had no idea what to do. So we start you out. You literally just go to a place like a GoDaddy, a domain registrar, to get a web address, a domain for your business. You point it over to our servers. We host it for you. And then you just do what like Mary did. You just update the home page, put a couple of articles up there, a link to some of your resources, right? And you're ready to go. So we have also a team area, a password protected area that you can have for just resources for your team. We put thousands of dollars into what are called developer rights tools. We pick the perfect ones that are super easy to use, but really, really powerful in terms of the things that you're going to want to do on your blog. And we answer all your questions. We have a whole resources site that's dedicated to short tutorials on how to do absolutely everything. You can also ask us direct questions. We will answer you individually. Not only how to use your blog, put the logo up into the upper corner, things like that, but how to use it in marketing your business. All right, so let me go on here. Remember, I was going to go over 4 must-have action steps and 4 of the fastest ways to start Facebook conversations. We're not done there yet, okay? But what I want to do is I want to make sure that you realize none of this is theory, right? All of this is based on sound marketing fundamentals, the latest tools that are available to you, feedback from thousands and thousands of others in the industry that are doing exactly this. So when I said earlier, this is the perfect time to be here in a class like this because all the latest and greatest are put into this overall plan that you can follow. So do me a favor. Go again into the chat. Does this make sense, right? Is this a laid out plan? Do you see the foundations of what you need to put into place and how easy it can be to reach out to people who are just like you? Because what I want you to see is working with us in the university, it's easy. And all the latest and greatest ideas, we filter them. Believe me, there are things happening in the world of social media all the time, but I don't want to waste your time with things that don't make sense for you in the limited amount of time that you have to work your business. So we recommend the few things that will make the biggest difference in your business. The fewest things to take up your time and the fewest ways to spend your budget. Ideas that are low-cost budgets. So let me do this. Let me come on over here and take a look at what you're saying. Bamala, yes. Let me skip around here. Arkita, Complete Sense. Adrena, makes so much sense. Nishan, it's opened ideas. Aswini, yes, me too. Rakesh, keep going. Okay. Rakesh, you've been so great already. You're just back and forth. I love the interaction, guys. Go into the chat all the time. Put stuff in there. Mayor, perfectly laid out chat. I love it. Okay, let's keep going here. Coming up, I have the fourth magnetic conversation starting idea. It's all about getting more Facebook fans, likes on your page, and prospecting within that world. Having them come to you and phenomenal opportunities to start one-on-one conversations. What I'm going to go over, we have members of the university that have tens of thousands of people in their downline, and they use this as the primary means for how they draw leads into their business. And then also, I'm going to show you how you can broadcast with Facebook Messenger. Now, what do I mean? Send one message out to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 people all at the same time and not get into Facebook jail, because I'm going to show you how to use some of their own tools that they supply. So stick around. But what I want to do is I want to give you a little bit of an understanding of what it's like to be a member of the university. Okay? So if you want faster, longer lasting results, then we want you to be a member. Try out our university, right? We're going to give you a trial period. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. But when you get into the university, we have a set of fast track steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3. They're all up online, do it yourself, but then you can ask us questions anytime throughout that. Now, if you become a university member today, I'm going to give you 6 different bonuses. Here's the first bonus. Remember when Shannon talked about have your profile set up so people know what you're all about? Well, I'm going to give you a swipe and use, a copy and use file that you can use to update for your perfect customer niche, the secrets to what your niche wants, and what you need to include in a perfect profile. What you have in there and what they're looking for are 2 different things. I guarantee it. We're going to give you that. Now, also, I've shown you the top and the bottom of the boosted post that Mary uses to literally get new customers, people paying for her product packs and bundles to be a part of her group. You can also use this template for free groups. The template is a 7-part template that doesn't come across salesy, proves you're an insider, draws people in, goes through your story. It's a step-by-step instruction in this template. You update it for your offers and for your customers. Okay, your perfect customer niche. It's a 7-part template, $325 US value you're going to get as a part of the member, being a member of the university today. Now, here's a big stat. I don't know if you've heard this before, but it takes 5 or more follow-ups to get 80% of sales. 5 or more follow-ups. What that means is you've got to have a real plan for how you're following up with people once you create that new lead. Now, Amanda, the music teacher I talked about earlier, right? She developed a 6-stage closing process, and she put scripts together for every part of those stages. In the 2nd stage, she interviews her leads, and she asks them questions. We have 12 different questions that you can ask. But as her leads start answering them, they close themselves. She closes. For her challenge groups, she calls challenge groups too, people have to buy a product pack or bundle. She closes 1 out of 3 of those leads for new customers right from a boosted Facebook post. So you're going to get that as a part of the university membership as a bonus. Now, we also take really important subjects like Facebook, and we created a Facebook Never-Ending Leads Bootcamp. Here are the 5 trainings that are inside that bootcamp. Advanced Facebook targeting strategies, Facebook Live secrets and content engagement strategies, expert Facebook Messenger marketing strategies, secrets to increasing Facebook ad performance, and the bootcamp finale, expert Facebook group strategies. $200 value, right? Here's what others are saying about it. Angel, woohoo, the boot camps are amazing. Pamela, thank you, Steve, for all you do to help us. The bootcamp webinars are worth far more than I paid. They paid over $200. You're going to get it free as a member of the university. Now, the 5th bonus, we have a private Facebook group just for the direct sales industry, where everybody's going to be invited in that's a member of the university, and I'm in there every day, my team's in there every day. You can post, we answer all questions. But what's important is all these people are going through the same plan. They're learning together. They're implementing together. They're sharing ideas. They're sharing their work. They're sharing their ads, what's working, what isn't working, and we're commenting back and forth and helping them on why. You get to see all of that. It's an invaluable opportunity and experience to be inside of this community. Now, the biggest bonus of all, as the president of the Practical Social Media University, I'm going to personally work with you. I will look at your work. You submit it into me, and I will look at it and give you direct feedback on your customer niche, on your brand, your emotional triggers, on your Facebook ad audience. In fact, more than 9 out of 10 people get that part wrong. It's not hard to use when you understand, but putting it together in the right way, if you don't put that audience together, you're not boosting out to the right people, then guess what? All this will fail, right? So you have to do that right. We show you how to get in there, create an ad audience, and validate it, and turn that ad audience into a number of additional ad audiences that work for you. So I'll review your ad audiences. I'll review your ads, the messages, right? I'll show you how to test things, and I'll look at what you're doing, and I'll give you specific advice and feedback on what you did individually. That is priceless. You could pay thousands of dollars for other do-it-yourself training programs that aren't focused on the industry and don't provide that level of one-on-one support. Remember, I've worked with over 8,000 others in the industry. So I know what works. I know how to give you advice that are going to get you into the winner circle much, much faster. Okay. If you take advantage of the university membership today, I'm going to throw in a fast action bonus. How to discover your perfect customer, a step-by-step avatar guide. All this starts with picking that perfect customer niche. So this is super important. And I want you to stay engaged, right? And interacting. So I'm going to extend, after we get off the training today, I'm going to extend this fast action bonus for the next 15 minutes, all right? So make sure you get a hold of that. Now, there are 2 wildly successful ways to become a member of the university. You can buy a Kickstart pack or a Crush It pack. Here's the Kickstart pack. 1 free month of the university. Get access to everything in the university. And then after that, it goes monthly for $26.99 a month. You can cancel at any time. And I like it that way because I have to keep proving value in order for you to want to stay involved in our university. You get access into that private Facebook group, and you get access to our social media prospecting made easy series. Remember when I told you how easy it is to pinpoint your perfect customer avatar online? Well, you can do that, and we actually have a series that goes into all the top social networks and how to prospect like a pro on every single one of them. In fact, we're going to show you how to make 10 new social media connections inside your customer avatar group in under 15 minutes a day, right? So this is really powerful stuff. Now, if you totaled all this up, the savings and bonuses are over $1,100 US. In the US, $47 to get involved. That's just literally 3,000 rupee approximately for you. Now, tell me what you're thinking. Go over to the chat again, because now you're seeing for the very first time how low cost it can be to get involved in the university and get all the full benefits of it, all right? So go into the chat box, the plan now with the dollars, and tell me what you're thinking. Let me go over there and take a look. Let me scan. Dilmini. I can't tell you how much I've spent on other training. Jonavi, I thought it was going to be a lot more. Let me see some more here. Yes, cool. Abhinav, I would say so. This is a great value. Lavanya, dang, I was expecting a much bigger investment. Tanvi, more interested. Okay, guys, let me tell you what you can get in the Crush It pack. Everything that the Kickstart pack has, plus what's in blue here. You also get, remember, it was a must-have action step, a blog. You get 1 free month of our blogging service. If you choose to go forward, it's $22.49 a month thereafter, and you can cancel at any time. You get into the Facebook Never Ending Leads Bootcamp. You get the personal support and recommendations from me, the 6-stage closing scripts and interview questions, the 7-part Facebook ad template, the swipe and use perfect profile file, and everything from the Kickstart pack. Over $4,100 in value for US 147. That's just 9,500 rupee. So I want you to go back. Tell me, is this reasonable? right? This is everything that you need to start crushing it in your business. And remember this, every single success story and so many more that I've gone over here, the case studies today, all happened in the first 30 days. So this is not something that's going to take you a lot of time, but it is something that is a plan that is very specific to get you success going. And we just want to make sure that it's super, super accessible. So is this reasonable? Let me go over here and take a look at what you're putting in. Mitali, I'm going to crush it. I love it. Tanvi, you've been really interactive here too. So much here. Nikhil, yes, this is great. Rakesh, is this a one-time payment? So it's a one-time payment, but if you choose to go on, right, you pay $26.99 a month US for the university access and $22.49 US for the blogging service. But remember, you can cancel those at any time. It's up to you, right? So, but the first payment is a one-time payment. No problem. Let's see. Amrita, what's the catch? There is no catch. I've been doing this for years. In fact, I'm going to show you in just a few minutes how you're going to be able to get a 7-day money-back guarantee, right? Because I want to make sure that this is low risk. There is no catch here. You can get in and check it all out, all right? Vijay, my upline is already in and recommended that I do this too. Fantastic. Let's see. Lots and lots of stuff here. Benita, nothing to lose. I'm doing this now. Thanks, Steve. Fantastic. Okay. Kickstart Pack, Crush It Pack. practicalsocialmedia.com/today is where you go. Or click on that orange Get Started button, okay? That's right there on the screen. Now, when I said a money-back risk-free guarantee, try it out for 7 days. Kick the tires, right? Get into the Facebook group, the private Facebook group, and interact. Start asking me questions. I just promised that I was going to personally help you, right? So here's all that I ask, is that you do your due diligence, right? That you get in and you at least start doing steps number 1 and step number 2 and start interacting with us, right? Because then I know that you're really trying. And if you get in, you try and you say, Steve, this really isn't anything like what you portrayed in the class, then I'll give you your money back, no questions asked. I want this to be completely risk-free. Go to practicalsocialmedia.com/today. Now, here's that last magnetic conversation starting idea. Remember around the fan prospecting? This is absolutely huge. Let me tell you, in the university, we teach you how to do low-cost Facebook like campaigns to get more fans onto your page, right? So here's what you do. For everybody you boost a like ad out to, right, your perfect customer avatar, you're going to get likes. And we show you how to get likes for under 30 cents US each, okay? Really low-cost likes. Now, for the people that come in the likes, select about 10 a day that you're going to send a Facebook friend request to. Now, these are people that you already handpicked that are just like you, right? And the like ad went out to them. They liked your page, and now you're actually sending them a friend request, so it's much more apt to get accepted. As soon as that gets accepted, you've got one-on-one messaging capabilities, right? And these are people that came to you. You didn't have to reach out to them. They came to you through this like ad campaign. Now, here's what else you can do. You can go to your personal profile, not your Facebook page, your personal profile on Facebook, and you can create a list of all these new fans. And then you can filter your entire news feed by just that list. So now you're looking at all your new leads. You can message them one-on-one over Facebook Messenger. You can start interacting with them on what they're putting up online. It's a phenomenal prospecting strategy. And we're going to show you how in the university, what makes a great like ad, a template for that, examples for that, how to get under 30 cents each, and then fulfill this whole prospecting lead generation strategy of, again, leads coming to you and getting into one-on-one conversations. Now, here's what Erica said about all this. I officially have 1,002 likes on my biz page, and I have this training to thank for pushing me to find my niche. This is the thing that was holding me back. We don't want anything holding you back. We know that tons of you, one of the biggest issues is you just don't have enough people to talk to in the business, right? Hopefully from all the ideas that you're hearing here, you can see that will never be a problem again. Now, I also told you I was going to show you how to broadcast out to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 people at the same time and not get into Facebook jail because Facebook saw you sending the same messages out over and over and over again. So here's what you do. You send one message out. And it's a message with an image or a video in it, okay? You send it to somebody, one of your leads. Then you go back into Facebook Messenger and you look at what you sent there, because it's right there archived for you, and you scroll over and you see this little bucket with an arrow coming out of it. You click on it. That's the forwarding feature. This pop-up screen comes up and then you start just typing in the names of your leads and it auto-fills them. So like Mary does this. She said the other day I sent out a message over Messenger to 75 different people. It took me 5 minutes to do it because she just put in her names and it started to autofill, and boom, within 5 minutes she loaded up over 70 people and clicked send. And that's the way that you send mass messages out that are very targeted, right, for what you're doing, what you're offering, what stage these leads are in, all that. But you don't get put into Facebook jail. We're all about getting scale in your business, doing one-to-many, things much more efficiently, right? The ideas we've talked about here are just some of the few that we have in the university. So here's what I want to do. I want to launch into a big Q&A section here, okay? And so what I want you to do is start going into the chat box and loading it up with all of your questions, okay? And then I'm going to start answering them. But what I want to make sure is that you know, to get started today and take advantage of these prices on the Kickstart Pack and the Crush It Pack, you've got to go to practicalsocialmedia.com/today or click on that Get Started button that's on the screen. They'll take you to the same place, okay? And all these bonuses that I talked about are good for today only. So I want you to take advantage, including the fast action bonus that I said I would extend. So I want you to be involved in the Q&A here. Don't go out yet. We got more to cover, okay? But I'm going to extend past 15 minutes when we get offline here that you can go in and make the purchase and still get that fast action bonus, all right? Okay, let me do this. Let me go over and start taking a look at some of the questions that you're putting in here. Let's see. Shipla, can I do 2 niches at the same time? I love this question because it shows how much enthusiasm and excitement you have for this. But let me just tell you this, okay? I would 100% recommend that you absolutely do not go after 2 niches at the same time. And here's why. You've got to do everything in your business in service of one niche. You can't serve 2 masters at the same time, right? You have to have 2 separate niche audiences, 2 separate brands, 2 separate emotional triggers, 2 separate blogs, 2 separate ad campaigns. You get the idea here, right? So you have to do double the work. So what I would do is I wouldn't do that. I would pick the niche that validates the best. We're going to help you validate it, and that you're the most passionate about, okay? And go after that niche. Now, if down the line you're super successful and you've got the ability to hire an assistant and you want to start up a whole second campaign for a second niche, go for it. But I actually get this question a fair amount in some way, shape, or form. And so I've asked Monica and I've asked Raquel and Mary, the people that we've talked about here, what do they think about going after 2 niches at the same time? And they roll their eyes and they say, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine, what it would take, superhuman power, to be able to handle all those leads and work that business. Okay, so give yourself the best opportunity to succeed. Focus, and do an excellent job there first. Okay, let me go back. Take a look here. Natali, can I use my current Facebook page where I have over 1,200 fans now? So I get this kind of a question a lot too. And here's the thing. How is the engagement on that page? Most people tell me it's not all that great. And then I ask also, well, of all those fans that you have, how many are in this new perfect customer avatar, this niche market that you're going to go after? Oh, not that many. It's friends and it's family and it's team members and it's customers and it's, kind of a mishmash of things. Well, Facebook looks at the percentage of engagement based on how of fans you have on your page. And that determines that percentage of how many fans you have, what percent are engaging with you, determines how much they're going to put you out into the news feeds. So you're going to limit yourself unnecessarily. People aren't going to, that don't have anything to do with the current niche that you're going after, they're not going to engage, right? So what I say is put that page on hold, right? Don't delete it. Put it on hold. Create a brand new page. Remember the daycare provider I talked to you about? And she said, that was a 2-week-old page and she had huge engagement and success out of it. without even boosting her posts, right? Because it hit the mark so much. So here's what I'm going to say. You will get new likes. I guarantee you, doing the things that we're talking about here, likes are not going to be a problem for you to get. And you're going to say, well, gee, that 1,200 fans, that gives me huge credibility. Well, here's what I say to that. When you do a boosted post or something like that in the news feeds, you get out into the news feeds, it doesn't show how many likes you have on the page. And people are going through the news feeds and stop and start reading it, engaging with it, aren't going to say, hold on a second. Let me click through and check out that page, how many likes they have, in order to decide whether I can come back here and decide whether I should keep reading more. That's just not the way it works, right? So it helps to have more fans. You're going to get more fans, right? But you can have success if you're just starting the business today. You just opened up a Facebook page today. Today you started boosting out to your perfect customer avatar. You will have success. It's not dependent on previously having more fans. Success with your boosted posts and your campaigns does not depend on how many likes you have on your page. All right? So there's not a huge downside in saying, you know what? I'm going to start up a new page and everything on that page is going to be in service of my customer niche and all my campaigns are going to come off of that page. All right? So hopefully that makes good sense. Because I know you put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, I'm sure, into that. And I just want to make sure that you know there's not a lot of downside, but a huge upside potential of starting a new page for your customer niche. All right? Let me read around here a little bit. I've seen things about pricing, what comes in the Crush It pack again. Is this a one-time fee or a monthly fee? So here's the thing, guys. If you want to know what's inside of those packs, then click on the orange button or go to practicalsocialmedia.com/today because it lists it all out there again, okay? And the prices. And again, yes, these are one-time payments you're seeing on the screen here. In the university and the blog service at $26.99 a month and $22.49 a month, continue thereafter, but you can cancel at any time. So it gives you an entire month to check everything out. In 7 days, money back, risk-free guarantee. All right. So hopefully that's addressing a lot of these questions that I'm seeing on pricing, what's included in the packs and everything. Let's take a look. Boy, I hope I hope I pronounced this correctly. Kahinaya. I hope I said that right. Steve, that makes a ton of sense. No, that was right above. Can you explain the pricing again? Okay, I think I just explained that. Matali, is all this done on a Facebook page? Yes, you have to do this on a Facebook page. Facebook separates church and state. And they say, look, if you're going to use this for business, I want people on my social network to know it's coming from a business. So that's why I created business pages. So all advertising, boosted posts have to happen from a Facebook page. Everything on your personal profile, so they don't want to have anything to do with business, right? Because we don't want people on our social network thinking that they're going to get all over the place sold, by a business. So at least they know you're a business when they're interacting with you off of a business page. So yeah, all the ad opportunities, things that we're talking about here, you do it all from a Facebook page, okay? Let's see. Anamika, which pack do we need to get to learn to set up the Facebook message autoresponder? So either of the packs here do that, because either of the packs get you right into the university, and we have an area in the fast track steps that's all about Facebook Messenger marketing, short videos that take you through exactly what you need to do to put all this into place. Okay, so both packs actually get you where you're trying to go there. Let's see. Trying to scan around here a little bit. Dilmini, what if I have a blog already? Yeah, it comes with a Crush It pack. But if you've got a blog already and you're comfortable using it, you're not dependent on a developer and paying money and relying on them, fantastic. Use your blog. The must-have action step is to have a site that's up and represents your business. That's the hub of your business online, where you control it 100% and what it says about you and your business, where you're going to refer people all the time. All your resources, your links, your offers are right there. Now, I also didn't say earlier, anybody that comes to your blog, you can just attach a little bit of code, you copy and paste. It's called the Facebook tracking pixel. And literally, you can create a custom audience of people that came to your blog. And you can do lower cost, higher return on investment ads because they're higher qualified. They aren't just people they were this cold audience that you boosted a post out to, they've interacted with you because they've actually come and visited your blog. Okay, so, but if you've got that blog, Domini, it's already up and running and working for you, fantastic. We'll back out the price of the blog from the Crush It pack there. No problem. Let's see. Lita, I'm confused on the whole chatbot thing. Sorry. No problem. I put a lot of information in front of you in a very, very short time here. But here's what I want you to know, all right? I want you to know that this is the kind of thing that you can do. We have so many people that come into the university wondering, do I have what it takes, right? Because you look and you see your upline, you see them doing amazing things. You have no idea how to redo what they're doing. It's like magic pixie dust, right? Or they have inroads into certain audiences. They were a beauty queen before, all kinds of reasons why. I worked with a gentleman in the university that was the top seller in his company. And he got there, but he wanted his team to be able to recreate success, but they couldn't recreate his success. He had a YouTube video that just went wild. It had over 1 million views, and it helped him so much in his business, but he couldn't tell people how to do that, right? This is a duplicatable process, and yes, you can do it. And everybody can pick a unique niche for them. So nobody's duplicating efforts or anything like that. So I just want you to know you can do it. And the things like the chatbot, and having that set up so that you can send a message automatically you create once to all the people commenting on your post, let me just tell you, if you can follow some simple video steps, we show you screenshots, you can do this. I guarantee it, okay? So I just want you I want to take that worry off the plate there. Indu, how often can we ask questions once we join? You have an unlimited amount of questions that you can ask. You go into the group and ask questions. You can ask me questions. In fact, Mary, who we went through a lot in this training, she said, I think, Steve, we went like 12, 13, 14 times back and forth just picking out my target market niche. So whatever it takes to help and support you, we will answer all of your questions, okay? So no problem there whatsoever. Tanvi, I'm totally getting this, but what's the price after that payment? So I think I answered that a little bit earlier. It's the $26.99 and $22.49 a month for the university and the blog service. Let's see, Mitali, how much time a day should I expect to invest in this? So I get that question a lot too, and it's kind of hard to answer, right? Because everybody comes in with like a different stage, right? So you might come in and be like, hey, I know what my niche is. You might come in and say, Steve, I'm boring. I just go to work and come back, or I'm just with my kids all day, or, I don't know what your set of circumstances is, but you may not have an idea of what your niche market is. And it may take us working over a little bit of time. You might take a couple of weeks to figure out your niche market, figure out the brand, the emotional triggers, and create a Facebook ad audience, where somebody else might do that in a couple of days. But what I will tell you is, all the stories and the case studies you've seen here and many, many, many times over, all that success happened within the first 30 days. So this isn't going to take you a lot of time, right? In the big picture of growing your business and having never-ending leads, a warm market recreated over and over again of people like you, it is a very small investment in time investment as well to get it up and running. So hopefully that answers your question. I hope so. Let's see. Genevieve, can you explain what the difference is between a blog and a website? So they're both websites, right? But I said earlier that a blog just has a little bit more capability. Like you can put up what's called a post. It's just another page, but they call it a post. And then you can categorize posts, so people coming to your blog can look at certain categories and they can get to your content easier. They can also sign up to automatically have an email sent out to them every single time that you put up a new post. So it's just a website, right? But it's a little bit more dynamic. So we recommend blogs, okay? And our blog service comes on the world's largest blogging platform. It's called WordPress. Some of you may have heard about that. But more than 1 out of every 4 new sites that go up online go up on WordPress. And then our blogging service and our technology that makes it all super, super easy, right, is on top of WordPress. So you're using the latest and greatest blogging service that you can when you sign up for our service. Okay, let's see. Rakesh, do we get all the bonuses right away? I love how much you've been interacting back and forth. I love it. So as soon as you sign up, you're immediately giving a login, password information into the university, and a link in the email that comes right out to you to all of your bonuses. So basically, instantly is the answer to that question. Vidya, will you really work with us directly? I will. I will. You've got the 7 days to try it out. Even if it's to send a message to me that says, Steve, hey, I just started. I have no idea what my niche would be. Send that in, and I'm going to start working with you, all right? So yes, absolutely, I will start working with you. Arca, are you sure anyone can do this? Yes, absolutely. I think I talked about that before. Asta, how quickly do answers come? So we guarantee that you get an answer within 24 hours, but usually way, way, way faster than that, especially inside the Facebook group, right? Because I got my team in there and answering questions throughout the day. But I guarantee you, if you message into me, it will be no longer than 24 hours that you're going to get a response, okay? Give me a break on Christmas and holidays. Let's see, Lavanya, how do we start working with Steve? So if you just say you send in an email or you post into the group, and I answer all strategy questions. If it's a question about how to put the logo on your blog up into the header, my team will handle all of that. If it's about strategy and putting this all together successfully in your business, I'm going to help you with that. So guys, there's just a ton of great questions here. What I want to do is say anybody that didn't get a question answered here, if we've gone on, I think, long enough already, send that question into customer service at practicalsocialmedia.com. Customer service at practicalsocialmedia.com. All right? So here's what I want to do. I want to end this by saying thank you. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule. I know that time is a precious commodity for you. Hopefully, no matter what you do, whether you take advantage of a university membership at all, you got tons of great ideas and action steps to start putting together for your business immediately. But if you want to take advantage of a university membership, try it out with the Kickstart Pack or the Crush It Pack. Go to practicalsocialmedia.com/today or click on that orange button to get started, all right? And I will be there to help you every step of the way, myself and my team. So have a great rest of the day, and I hope to be seeing and working with you soon inside the university. Talk to you later, everybody.